Hello and welcome, my beautiful fellow Pisces, my mermaids and mermen, and my sea sponges of the sea. This is our daily vibe message from our guides for July the 7th. So jumping right in, let's see what we have for our life and career message. We've got shedding, and it says you are starting to outgrow your work situation. You need to set higher goals and standards. You work well in healing and medicine. Well, yeah, we know that, right? But you can also work well in the artistic arts as well. Anything that's creative, Pisces, you need to be creative. And things that keep your interest, right? But again, as I had talked about in the past, and I think it was yesterday, we are great at reinventing ourselves, about tweaking and pivoting and changing things and being more mutable and flexible, and we don't want to get bored. So, you might be outgrowing something here in your work situation whereby you're going to add something to it, change something entirely, and be looking into something else. Pisces are very good at doing more than one thing at a time. So you could have a website you're opening up, doing something and totally unrelated on the side that will not create a conflict of interest with the job you're already doing. Think about that, Pisces, because you might be setting yourself up for future. And by doing that, you're already planting the seeds towards your future and something you're going to want to do later. If you do leave this job, you'll have another one to go to and it will already be starting to be established. So some of you could be getting involved in holistic healing, energy healing, any type thing like that. Maybe Reiki, Qigong, it could be crystal healing, it could be anything like that. Or maybe some of you are actually getting into Western medicine. Now, coming in next under that, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. Well, we can't get any better than that, my fellow Pisces. And this is unexpected turn of events, maybe a change for the better and hope for a brighter tomorrow. And sometimes too, because we talk about wheels, you could be planning a trip or maybe you're getting a new vehicle. And it's also the card of what goes around comes around, right? So know that the powers that be and your angels are celebrating with you because good luck's coming your way and the universe is providing you. So slow moving events will now suddenly take a leap forward and great progress is possible in our future. There could be some even unexpected opportunities that are going to provide us with the chance to make these changes in our life. It may be necessary for us to make clear and affirm decisions right now and maybe even quickly on the spot. If the situation we find ourselves in leaves us lacking confidence, we need to ask for assistance from source or angels or even people around us that we trust that have the ability to guide us through this process and just give us that soft place to land and make us feel secure. Now, coming in next, we have what has your inner voice been asking of you? Listen and act. So what is it you've been wanting to do, Pisces? What is it you've had in the back of your mind for a very long time, listening to that little inner voice of wisdom that whispers in your ear and says, you want to do this. Why don't you do that? Stop procrastinating. I think that's the message we got yesterday. Stop procrastinating. We need to take action. It's our time now. Okay, it's our time to move forward. It's our time to sit down and have that little Dear John conversation with ourselves. Think of the hermit. Take ourselves to the silence and say, let's write out a list. Find out what it is you want to do and what you like and why you have those interests and what's piqued your curiosity and your creative juices flowing. Don't be afraid to do that, okay? Coming in next under that, we have the Page of Swords, and this is about hearing information about something. And this particular card says we're gonna hear something that's actually exciting coming in the form of information. And we know that pages are messengers, right? They bring us messages, and this particular one is bringing us a message of after the challenges, you're going to feel the truth. You're going to find the truth out that you need, which is going to bring you more peace, okay? This is a return of hope. You're slowly moving forward. You're gaining a more positive viewpoint, and you're starting a new life. When we get this card, sometimes we get a message that, the messenger might blurt out. Because remember, pages aren't very mature. They're still learning, okay? They're still getting their land legs. It may have been a long and difficult journey for some of you, but you've glimpsed at your destination now. Brighter, happier days are coming in, and the stress in your life will start to fade away, allowing you to set your sights on your future, right? The storm is over, and trust me, sunnier skies are on the horizon when we get this card. It could indicate travel too, especially over water. If you're interested in moving or relocating, okay, then the signs are looking positive. Maybe you're just taking a journey, maybe a spiritual one, or, maybe, you're going to take a journey somewhere where you want to go on a vacation. overseas, over water maybe. Okay, coming in next, we've got the card established. Darn good information, settled, secure, and wealthy. That's all we want, right? I hate to say it, Pisces, we do have a little bit of an ego. We are led by spirit naturally, but we often put money ahead of love because we don't have trouble finding love. We've always found love. Apparently it finds us. But money first, then love, right? Because we don't worry about love. And we are always focused on making money and being established and being successful so we can be secure and settled. Whether we become wealthy is here or there. But I have always said, people thought I was rich. And I said, I'm not rich. Even as a kid, they thought, oh, she came from the other side of the tracks. Not really. I think the richness they saw was in me, the way I had an outlook on life. I always felt I deserved better. I always felt I was going to have. I manifested everything in my life, my cars, my houses, my husbands, my everything in my life, my businesses, my children. I manifested everything, and everything came up roses for me. So maybe that in itself was what they saw, was this ability to manifest, and that was my richness in life. So remember, this is about feeling secure. Wealth can come in many things, right? Time, effort, sport, love, or money. But this says it may be, for some of you, it might be, the wealth that you want to see by being established in business or working. Okay, with your job. Now, things could be a little bit slow. Things could maybe slow down a little bit for some of you. And, we're not very good at levitating for too long because we get bored. But I do think that there's going to be a new beginning here for some of you. So once you get everything that you need, okay, and you look at everything from a broader, wider, different perspective. I mean, if we were hung upside down, we'd be looking at the ceiling, not the floor, and things would look very different to us. Right? So this is about you looking at things from a broader, wider, bigger perspective. Be open-minded to change. Be open-minded to things that you might not have thought you would consider being interested in, because sometimes we find things that are like, a gift, right? A blessing in disguise if we keep ourselves open to it. Now, coming in, what do we need to surrender to? Inner peace. Okay. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy the inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. So remember what I said. What is your inner voice been asking of you? Okay, taking your time to sit down and think about that. All right, you want to find your peace. What is it that would bring you peace, Pisces? What is it that would make you feel happy and successful and, without pressure? Right? Because you don't want pressure, because pressure makes you tired. Okay? This is a card that says you may have to pull back. Maybe some of you are tired, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, or physically. And it's time for you to feel safe again. So pull back. Don't be afraid to do that. Take time out. Call a truce. Don't make any snap decisions. Don't sign any documents in a big hurry. Don't make any fast choices. Okay? This is about you taking care of you. You could be experiencing lack of sleep and insomnia because your mind is racing all the time, Pisces. Let's see what we have here in addition to this. Let's see what we have here, Pisces. What do we need to see in addition to this reading? Alrighty. Let's cut this deck. Well, look what came up, of course. We're not surprised. Changes. Abundance. We'll take it. Opposing energy. Moving on. What's on the bottom? Easy money. Alrighty. We'll have that, won't we? First comes money, then comes love. Didn't I say that? But established, settled, secure, and wealthy. We love it. There's your abundance. There could be some opposing energy here. Now, let's see. This could be what you're shedding. You're getting rid of something here. Outgrowing your work. Maybe you've just come to the conclusion that you don't want to be involved with the people you work with or something. But definitely you're going to be able to handle that because Pisces do not like confrontation. If we get backed up against the wall, we're going to come out and defend our corner. However, it's not our demeanor or our nature. So chances are we're just going to walk away from it. Okay. Now, definitely moving on. You have this ability now to go in a new direction, right? And do something new. The Wheel of Fortune says if we do that, it's going to be great. I love this easy money. Things are coming in, and Pisces, you have the ability to make it all happen. Well, I wish you a great remainder to today and a beautiful, optimistic, healthy, happy, prosperous, and successful day today. And always know I stand in this circle of love and light for you. And I'll see you soon, my beautiful fellow Pisces.